I'm here. I'm on time. I was almost very much not on time today. What can I tell you? I also don't seem to have a lag right now, which is awesome. I was having a lag on Sunday. It was awful. And I'm going to spin today. Gonna spin. It's almost time. I figured you guys would be super busy today. Like Christmas. It's almost here. Oh my gosh, my computer's like giving me notifications right now. Stop. Hello. I mean, come on. Hello, Abir. It's just you and me right now. What can I tell ya? I was almost late. I was like packing orders and just messing around, you know, wandering around the room. And all of a sudden I looked up and I was like, I wonder what time it is. And I looked, it was 11:53. And I was totally not ready, but I made it. Hey, Crystal and Julie. What's everybody up to? I think I'm gonna break this. Getting ready to spin some sock yarn. I haven't spun anything since the Christmas tree yarn. I don't mind though. Unless this is noisy, then I don't know. I'm just gonna hang out for half an hour because if this wheel's making noise. Oh, Crystal's got some to apply. Hey, Lori and Aaron, how are you? Abir wants to talk fiber. Let's talk fiber. I love it. Hey, Connie. Hola, Carrie. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Oh, Julie, that sounds really nice. Are people pretty much like relaxed and ready? I mean, I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. There we go. I mean, since we're almost done, all I really have left to do is wrapping John's presents. And honestly, I'm considering asking him if he's okay with just exchanging gifts unwrapped. It's just a bunch of wasted wrapping paper. You know what I mean? Diane is so ready. I love it. Julie asked a question. It's a good one. Question, can you untwist fiber if you don't like and start again? You can remove some twist, but unless it's, how do I say this? You might be able to reuse it. It just kind of, oh, Crystal, you're smart. It just kind of depends on what you want to do next. So the short answer is yes, sometimes that is possible. And if you don't like what you got, you're really not losing anything by trying. How do you like that? Carrie is sewing eyes on a blanket. Were you planning on crocheting the eyes on? Because I saw the star-shaped blanket done. And you were like, I'm calling it done. So I wasn't sure if that meant you were really, I didn't know if you were giving up. That sounds worse than it means. Crystal said that's what gift bags are for. No kidding. You're so smart. And I have a bunch. And hello, Chris. How are you? A beer said that's a new idea, good for the environment. When I was a kid, sometimes my mom didn't wrap everything. You know what I mean? We would just come down and it was under the tree, and it was fine. Oh, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you, Chris. Aaron said I want to open presents so I can play with my new e-spinner and fibers. I'm too impatient. I literally, for a lot of years now, feel like I love the present. I mean, it's really fun to get the presents, don't get me wrong, but like once I've done my part as the mom of the house, I feel like it's over. And then I'm like, hey, I get presents. What? Good morning, Margarita. How are you? Connie said, oh, good. That's good, Connie. I got some bunny fiber as a sample, spinning it on a drop spindle a lot easier than I expected. I mean, it's probably somewhat short and no to very minor crimp. So, you know, that's great though. You're welcome, Julie. Hey, Leah and Bonnie and Alina. Look at everybody. The gang's all here. The gang's showing up anyway. Yep. Diane said I didn't buy any boxes this year, just more garbage. I have had a a Rubbermaid tub full of boxes from Christmas forever, and I haven't been using them. Margarita said you just freaked my husband out. How did I do that? Saying hi to you? Hi, Margarita's husband. I don't know your name. A beer, it isn't always selfless. A beer said being a mom is so selfless. Moms are the best. I mean, moms are the best, but I am not always selfless. And now that the kids are out of the house, sometimes I'd like to scale back a little, but John's not ready for that. So, hi, Jerry and Script Goddess. How are you? And then Carrie said, oh, I see. Carrie said, sorry to be confusing in my Facebook post. I was trying to be a smart aleck. I crocheted the eyes separately and was trying to sew them on, and my cat really wanted to help. Oh, I get it now. Hello, Jerry. Is that what freaked him out? That's funny. Diane, do you like it? And also, did you get my message? Because you didn't answer. Hello, Katie. How are you? Look at Luther wants to smell the fiber. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to smell it? I don't know. Alright, I said I was going to spin, and then I started to talk. As usual. That's funny. Well, it's not like, you know, I'm one of those humongous YouTubers with a million. I mean, I'm humongous, but what are you doing? This dog, you guys. Okay, Glenda said I ordered myself my very first spinning wheel for Christmas. That is so exciting. It's an Ashford Kiwi 3 and the Ashford Kiwi Super Flyer. Is that the fast one, Glenda? Oh, see, it is making noise. Doggone it. The heck? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Am I hard to hear right now? Yes, Chris, I will do that in just a second. Oh my gosh, Carrie, that's never going to happen, but I love you for saying that. I love you for putting that out in the universe. I'm hard to hear? A beer can hear fine. Okay, I need to quickly mute this and then take, because I think I messed up and didn't put my, I didn't take my mic out. So hang on one sec. It'll only take me a second. Okay. Now it's out and closer. Chris asked, Can you tell us more about Shopify and how we consumers use this technology? I just moved it. I actually created and bought my own domain. So it's just fiberlovediary.com. If you go there, there should be a spot. I think it's at the top of the banner that says catalog, and you can just click on catalog. And I don't have everything loaded yet, but nothing new is going on Etsy. Okay, good. Thank you, Margarita. Nothing new is going on Etsy. So I'm like trying to list some new stuff today. That's what I was doing when I was almost late. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So yeah, so new stuff will go there, and then you should be able to just add it to your cart and go through the process. If you're having trouble, let me know. Carrie said, I'll throw a fastball out to the universe anytime. I mean, it would be cool, but I mean, it would probably also mean, I'm talking about what Carrie said about 1 million subscribers. You know, it would make it harder for me to interact with the OGs, which you guys are still OGs in my book. And just because, you know, it's just a lot of noise, if that makes sense. I mean, this is not a lot. This is not, I don't consider this noise, but there is some noise that comes in from the periphery sometimes. And so if you all of a sudden have 1 million people compared to not even quite 10,000 yet, the little tiny fraction of people who add noise to the situation is just going to be multiplied, whatever. So I'm happy. I'm not complaining. Everything's great. It's so great. I think so, Chris. You know what? Like I said, I'm working on loading the products. Chris asked if you can use PayPal. And that is part of the plan. I think you can use PayPal. It would, Connie. I mean, sometimes people talk about growing like really, really fast, which hasn't happened to me, and how overwhelming it is and difficult it is. So I'm happy. I think it's great. Everything's great. But I wouldn't say no to the opportunities, you know? Oh, Lord, stop. Crystal asked if you can use Apple Pay. I have not even... I've got it too tight. I have not even looked yet at that part. But it's my understanding like you could already order. And I'm pretty sure you can use PayPal for sure. Apple Pay, I don't know. I think I'm doing this the wrong way. Carrie, you're funny. So Carrie said, I get that about a large number of subscribers. How about this universe? May Trish get the perfect for her number of subs. I like being able to interact and like actually get to know people. Sometimes it takes longer than it would if I could like be in person, but you know, just because I don't know. But I always stress out about trying to do Zooms because I've been to some before where there's like a lot of people talking over each other, or someone has to give each person the seashell so they can talk. You know what I mean? And so that feels a little overwhelming as well. Although in 2022, I do plan to add some Zooms starting with a really small number of people. And then as we figure it out, or as I figure it out and feel more okay about it, we'll add until it does get to that point where it's like too hard to, you know what I mean? Too hard to handle. Katie said setting up a website is daunting. You know what? Shopify makes it pretty easy. Thank you, Script Goddess. I appreciate that. We may need that. So feel free to drop me an email so that we can talk about it in 2022 if you want to. But then I figured it could be more like a crafting group where, you know, people take turns, but people get to have their face up if they want to, or not if they don't want to, because you do not have to have your camera on to participate. I was thinking that too. Carrie said, yes, a mod would help immensely. But I mean, I can't really afford to pay anybody to do it. And I surely hate to ask someone to work for free. I don't believe in that. Like, you should get paid for what you do. You know what I mean? But a mod would help. I even thought about getting John involved, but he has no time. Oh, paid in fiber. Now you're talking. Lori, hello, welcome. Crystal said mods are voluntary. I know they're voluntary, and I do appreciate that anybody would be willing to give up some of their time for it. I just kind of feel like people shouldn't have to work for free. You know what I mean? Hello, Julie. How are you, Julie? How was you had a situation with some foot or leg pain, right? And I remember you saying how it came out, but how is it going now? Carrie said, I get that getting paid, but I don't know if this is something that would happen often enough to be overwhelming to one person except maybe you. I'm easily overwhelmed. It's true. I've been tired lately. I think it's just getting over. Like, I'm getting old. Doing a big party for 11 people. Oh my gosh. I forgot to tell you guys. Thank you, Abir. Oh, thank you. Gosh, I was so lucky, wasn't I? She's saying that she liked the tea cozy and the cascade worked out brilliantly. So, I told you guys our dishwasher wasn't working. So I did all the Christmas baking. Thanks, Chris. I did all the Christmas baking, and then the family brunch, and just hand did all the dishes, which was okay. And the guy came to fix our dishwasher again yesterday because the first thing he did didn't do anything different. And when it didn't run all the way through the cycle the first time, I sat in front of it with Luther and timed it to figure out when it went off. Hi, Lisa. And it ran 14 and a half minutes. So he showed up. He's a nice guy, but he's like a little bit introverted, which I understand. And he showed up, he had texted John and said, have her start it so that when I get there, like, it's already run through part of the cycle. It went for like 55 minutes, and I think it was 55. And I was like, crap, it's not going to stop, and he's going to think I'm crazy. It totally stopped. It finally stopped. And he had to call GE and call Lowe's, and he still doesn't know what's wrong with it. So I don't know what I'm ever going to do. Oh gosh, Julie. Julie said, we are good here. Leg, fourth. Okay, I knew you had pain, but I don't remember if you actually had said exactly where it was, but you thought it was plantar fasciitis. Darn it. PF. She said fourth or fifth blood clot, but all is well. Back to warfarin and weekly blood draws. Well, Crystal was still under warranty. That's the problem. Oh no. Script goddess said, I just moved into a new place. Inspection said dishwasher worked. It did not. I've sat and videoed the front of my dishwasher to record when the leaking happens. That's it. I sat there and I actually started the stopwatch on my phone, and I had to stare at it because it gives no like noise or error code or anything. It just turns off. And I still don't really mind doing dishes, but you kind of feel like it should work. And when you do have a party, that was a little bit like, ugh, but no big deal. So Carrie said, my opinion, they should just replace and install the dishwasher for no cost. They might have no choice. I don't know what happens if they can't fix it while it's still under warranty. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I guess they have to replace it, right? Crystal said I buy used dishwashers and burn them up, so not used to warranties. Okay, so Chris, good question. Chris asked, how do you dye Firestar? There is a video if you go back a ways, but since you only usually use a little tiny bit at a time, like maybe an ounce, you know, amongst a lot of other stuff. Hey, Brian, I've been wondering where you were. But then you don't like to ask, you know, because maybe someone's gone because they just don't want to see your face anymore. But all I do, Chris, is put it in a mug because it won't felt. I put it in a coffee mug and put the dye in with it, like submerge it in dye and then microwave it until all the dye takes up, like a minute at a time. But there is a video. If you go back in the dyeing playlist, it should be in there. I'm not sure when it was. Oh, hi. Where's Tracy to tell me to move hooks? Oh, I don't know. So Script Goddess asked, just curious, you work in front of Netflix often. What are you watching? What's the matter? I don't even really know what's on my watch list right now. I watch a lot of true crime and documentaries and stuff like that. I just watched the Starve Rock murder thing, but I think that was on HBO Max. A lot of true crime stuff, a lot of murder stuff. I finished The Witcher, so it's a little tiny bit too comic booky for me, but they kind of have to do that. I get it, but I am enjoying it. I'm getting into the story kind of. Carrie said we've lived in our house for almost 6 years and we've had to replace the stove, the fridge, the dishwasher, the washer, the dryer, and the furnace. Wow. I think we did everything but the furnace that you just listed. We didn't have to do it all though. We did, and we kept the fridge. We put it in our garage. And I think we've had to do everything else. Awful. It's really been something. Chris asked, what's the difference between Firestar and Angelina? Angelina is like flat, like tinsel, and Firestar is extruded, like in strands, kind of. Brian said, definitely wanted to be here, just been super busy at work. Hey, it's okay. We're glad you're here. Are you off today? Are you off for Christmas? I'm so jealous. I can't wait. John's done today, and then he gets off until January 3rd or 4th or something like that. And I cannot wait. I love Christmas break. They close up in July for a week too, and I love that break too. It's so fun to have them home. Jerry asked, so are you using acid dyes on the Firestar? I do use acid dyes. And it's so easy to exhaust. I have never had it where I couldn't exhaust it. And I do use a little bit of white vinegar or acid. So, but I don't even know for sure if you need it. And I don't use as much as I would on wool. It just takes it up like crazy. Okay, I know, Julie. He's been barking at like all the deliveries, you know, all the time. And the neighbors and the goats next door and the chickens from next door that come over and scratch in the yard. Connie said, my daughter won't let me use the microwave to dye. She thinks I'm going to poison us all. I do cover it, Connie, with like a something. I mean, it won't poison you, but I do cover it. Crystal said, don't say replace dryer too loud. Mine might hear you. I didn't want to, but John kind of was like, okay, you need to do it. Crystal did a mock order. She said, this is through my phone. The only option for payment is PayPal on the phone and on the PC. I was just curious. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm going to try and do that. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. Brian's sick. I hope you feel better. Are you spinning? Are you well enough to spin? Or knit? Or whatever? Carrie said, Connie To be fair, I once destroyed an old microwave because I set some small skeins for 6 minutes and forgot about them. I've never gone that long. Mandy has another good question that I love. She said, could you use Easter egg or food coloring dyes for Firestar with acid added, of course, but it would be safe in the microwave if it makes someone nervous. I would think that it would work because acid dyes are for protein and Easter egg dyes are for protein as well, but I can't swear to it because I haven't tried it. Chris said we lived in the house 1 year and had to replace wooden floors, drywall, baseboards, carpet, and the entire plumbing when the, I don't know what, PEX pipes broke and flooded the house. That's terrible. Is that like your supply pipe? Jerry said that's surprising because it's nylon. I know, but you wouldn't, you got to watch the video because I think I have to microwave it for like 1 minute, or maybe I did it for a minute and then came back for another minute later. And it always takes up all the dye. I have not found that I can ever get to the point where it's too much. Lori, you should just have to type in fiberlovediary.com. Oops, wait. While I've got this stopped, I gotta switch hooks. Glenda said it back then, but it made me a better person. My kids always offer up to do dishes, which makes me proud of them. Oh, that's really nice. Leah said, oh my goodness, Chris, we're slowly renovating our house 1 room at a time, but all of that at once, that would be awful. Script Goddess is off till January 20th. Lots of spinning and weaving in my future. Doing my first weave with my hand spun. That is so fun. Carrie said, I have no idea why I said it for 6. I just very clearly remember that I did. I suppose a fire will stick in your memory. Oh my goodness. Crystal worked for towels last night. Have you done that before? It is a lot of work. Chris said it was quite the month. Yeah. Oh gosh. Brian is replacing a fan on the 3D printer today. Not having fun. May need to take a break and spin for a bit. It might be good to take a break. The fans always seem to be what breaks on everything. A beer said I'm knitting a sweater that I have to finish, but it's getting on my last nerve. What's the sweater? Oh, Crystal said PEX pipes are for water supply. They had a recall a long time ago, but who knows who all replaced all that pipe when they should have. Yeah. I do, Chris said. I see you have Firestar in your shop. I do. That's why I did the video too, because it is like so easy to dye and you can't just buy it in any color you want, but you can make it any color you want. And I love dyeing it. Lori asked Trish, will you be on Etsy for a while? Not very long. Once I get it fully set up, I think I'm going to drop it because Etsy takes so much and they control like everything they can and they can literally shut you down anytime they want. Crystal said, and you guys, I know, like, you're probably like, Trish, why would you get shut down? Because I work really, really hard to make sure people are happy, and I don't have lost orders. Like, that whole thing with people saying that they've, like, all these orders are lost, that has not happened to me. I've had very, very, very few. Crystal said, once before I used a warping board this time. I'm worried a little about tension. What worries you about the tension? Oh, up here, it says just a normal top down, but I hate it. Can't make progress. Is it for you? Do you hate the knitting? Do you hate the yarn? Do you hate how it looks? What do you hate about it? Oh. Brian said the fan broke due to my own stupidity, though. Don't try to clean the fuzz while it's on. Fair. That's fair. The fan was broken on our fireplace for like 2 years. John just fixed it. So it's Thursday. What are the big holiday plans I would like to hear, or the big weekend plans? Crystal said it seems to be good, so we will see. I have had trouble a few times, and like with the ones that I just have on my loom, I had it all tied on and going, and it felt like I guess the left side was looser, so, and it was really annoying me, and I thought, okay, I could probably baby this along, but babying something along for 10 yards is just a really long, stressful, annoying thing. So I actually wound it all the way to the front, and then I like used the 3-dowel tension thing and wound it back to the back, and it is gorgeous. I saw that, Lisa. Oh gosh, thanks, Julie. But you didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. I got a cramp in my foot. Ow. Oh, okay. Erin said, holiday plans are pretty chill this year. Thankful that my father-in-law is taking us out for dinner tomorrow. No cooking for this lady tomorrow. I still have to pick up something for Christmas Eve dinner. So wait, so it did work. I'm telling you, Shopify made it easy. Oh, Crystal, I did not think about that. So are you on a rigid heddle loom? Glenda said, I've rewound on my loom as well, and it sure helped with my tension too. I mean, it looks so good now. Carrie said, we were having all our kids over tomorrow and then going to my parents tomorrow night, but my dad is sick. Oh, I'm sorry. So we are all going to stay at our house, open gifts, have pizza for dinner, play games, etc. How fun! I think I'm going to be there for at least a little while tonight, Lisa. Spinning at the shop. So Brian has an Ender 3 Max. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a 3D printer is. It's pretty cool. Erin said we'll be cooking at my mom's on Christmas. She just lives across the street. It's awesome. I used to live across the street from my mom, Erin. Right after I got divorced, my son was 4, and we moved right across the street from my mom, and it was so nice. She used to come over and like read him a book or a chapter of whatever we were working on and tuck him in, or like on Saturday morning she would just walk across the street in her bathrobe, even though she really didn't like doing that, and we would sit there and drink coffee while he played video games and stuff. It was really nice. It was so nice for him too at that time because he had like a little bit of extra support, you know. Leanne said, my holiday plans were to go to the in-laws for dinner, but my brother-in-law has COVID and refuses to stay home. What? How can you feel mean if he has, you can't, what? She said, I feel mean, but if he's coming, we're staying home. I mean, Script Goddess said, Omicron has freaked out my fam with one member sick. Mild, thank goodness, so we are having a family Zoom Christmas morning. Got myself a wee chicken for supper for one. Almost everybody in our family has had it now. It was really nice. That's right. You got to make the best decisions for your families. I feel like, or for yourself. Like, there shouldn't be any judgment for people just doing whatever, like, they've decided they're going to do. Glenda said, Leanne, I would stay home too. You stay healthy, happy, and whole. Good for you. Faraday Farm's on Christmas break. This is the first time I've managed to make a live since last fall. I missed you guys. We're glad you're here. Oh, Margarita said our Christmas plans are on hold. My mother-in-law has been sick. So many people are sick. We're not sure about her COVID status yet. My aunt passed away Saturday. I'm so sorry, Margarita. I mean, it's never easy, but it seems like at the holidays it's always even just a little bit harder. I'm so sorry. Yep. Carrie said, yeah, my sister's fam is passing around COVID, and if they got my dad sick, I will be upset. Mom says it's just a cold, though. Crystal said, I'm actually looking forward to 1-3. I'm off that day and everyone else works, so I can have that whole day to my lonesome. Love that. No kidding. That used to be my most favorite thing. I mean, I get it all the time now. Like today, John's gonna come home from work and then he's gonna work some more on his like little side business. I say little because it's just him, but I mean it's not little. You know what I mean. Leanne said I'm currently my 78-year-old mom's home aide, so I can't take the chance of bringing it to her. You really can't. I mean, I can't imagine refusing to stay home if you have it. That did not cross my mind, although I know it is happening. Okay, I'm going to stay 10 more minutes because I'm having fun. And you guys seem to be chatting and having fun. And then I have to go to the post office for real. And now people made more orders. You guys, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm going to pack those orders tomorrow. Margarita said, I feel bad for her husband. He's a loner and not very social. He's spoken to me twice in the 18 years they were together. Oh. Diane said, my daughter-in-law came to the door. I hope I didn't miss too much. Well, you always miss something, but you got to go to your daughter if she needs you. Carrie said, so what are you going to do on Christmas Day, Trish? So, since we got together with pretty much everybody, just one of our kids, the one that I actually made, the bio kid, said, well, Dad did something early this year too. So I don't have anything to do on Christmas Eve. And so I said, well, bring your girlfriend and we're like literally going to like lay on the couch, eat food, and maybe have a mimosa or two and just relax and goof off. We might play cards or whatever. Yay! Abir said, I remember when John made the wood bowl. He made my mom one this year, Abir. He hasn't had time to be turning stuff lately on his lathe, but he went out and did it, and I think he enjoyed it, so maybe he'll get back to it. He's just busy. Glenda said, I ordered your warping bar, and it came so quickly, packaged perfectly, and I absolutely love it. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm so glad you love it. Script Goddess said I'm doing dishes, then doing a big warp for towels, New Year's gifts. Couldn't get my act together to get them done for Christmas. Well, that's just as nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because honestly, we don't see it. He changed jobs, my son, in August, I think it was. Maybe it was after that. I don't know. And so starting his new job, he just needed to get up to speed and everything. And now he lives like about a half hour away. So we haven't seen him a lot since he started his new job. So I'm looking forward to just like catching up a little bit. Margarita asked, what is a warping bar for? It's that thing that I use with my rigid heddle loom to warp it, to keep the tension, to set up and then keep the tension while I warp it. I do love that thing. I don't know, Lori. I will give you a link. I'll message you. I don't know. Connie said, has John tried making spindles? He could make a fortune. He has not. I've told him that I think he could sell the bowls, but he's like, well, you know. Faraday Farm said, don't really want to start something, but it's Die Hard a Christmas movie? Asking for a friend. Actually, your Christmas Eve plans made me think of watching movies with the fam. We watched it a few days ago and we laughed about it being a Christmas movie. I mean, I guess It could be, right? Leah said, I like low-key celebrations. We'll be all over town this year, but I'm glad almost everyone will be here for Christmas on both sides of our family. How fun. And Julie said, made hot toddies with stash licorice spice tea. Really nice. I will think we'll have a toddy Christmas. A beer asked, do you play cribbage? I do. I used to play with my dad all the time when I was a kid. He taught me. And then I had a friend who would play it with me on lunch all the time at work. We worked together. Crystal said he could sell the bowls. Lisa likes her bar too. And Desiree said, is there a warping bar size for a 15-inch rigid head aluminum in the Fiber Love Diary Future? So you can always use that size for any smaller warp. And that's the reason, because a lot of people buy a smaller loom and then as they get used to weaving think they want more space or, you know, more capacity, I guess, and end up buying a bigger loom down the road. And we figured this way you never have to do that. So there is not another size planned, except I did buy some 48-inch ones this time because people have requested them. So I think a 48-inch one is going to be very hard to handle. So wait a minute. Sally says, yes, it is a Christmas movie. Carrie will be watching Army of Darkness. Does that have Christmas in it, or is it just because you love Army of Darkness? No shade. Army of Darkness is good stuff. Even the 80s ones are great. Crystal said, I think it's just because that's what my cookies are. Oh. Wait a minute. I missed something, Crystal. You mean what website you're getting? Glenda said, you should try the mango dragon fruit refresher from Starbucks. Ask for no ice, then make the mimosa with it. Oh my God, so good. I love their hibiscus. I think it's raspberry or just berry hibiscus refresher. Oh my gosh. But it's got sugar in it. Julie said, Die Hard, yes, and anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger. There you go. I don't think I've had the dragon fruit one. But I'll try it. But, you guys, I really live in the middle of nowhere. Julie knows. The closest Starbucks is like 30 minutes away. I used to buy the hibiscus, the berry hibiscus refresher. You can buy like the packets, you know, and make it in your own kitchen. I used to buy them because we're a million miles from everywhere and nowhere. It's crazy. I miss living near things a lot. I'm isolated. That's why I'm always free to go live whenever. Carrie needs a chai latte. Are you at work, Carrie? Are you at work? Is anyone at work? Oh, I didn't know that. Is it good for you? Do you have to eat it or can you have the tea? Abir said hibiscus is good for you. Now Erin also wants a latte. Margarita said, I must have 30 Starbucks within 15 minutes of my house. I cannot even imagine. Glenda said, I have a freeze dryer and have freeze dried the dragon fruit myself and added the mango nectar from Costco to make the mimosa also because 180-mile round trip for me to Starbucks. Okay. Crystal's at work. I love it. Carrie said, yes, I'm working really slowly, but I work at home. There you go. Abir's in bed. Wait, is it early there, Abir, or is it late? It's bedtime. Is it bedtime? Desiree works at a college. Margarita's home for a while. Yay! Leah's making cookies. Oh, darn, those kids, they always want to eat all the time, every day. Connie said, I can relate. It's half an hour to the nearest craft store. There is a yarn store within that for me. It's only like 4 minutes away. So that's pretty lucky. If you only have one thing, a yarn store is the thing, right? Crystal said my work big brother is not happy with me right now. Uh-oh. Yes. Yes, you're going to be in trouble. They won't know. They're probably not monitoring that. Bonnie said I'm at home, but I'm working on a pattern design. That's cool. Carrie said I live downtown in a very small city, but there is no Starbucks closed. 20 minutes away is the closest. Crystal is contemplating cleaning that room. You guys, I need to clean my office so bad. Okay, Lori, I promise I'll just I'll send you a link on Facebook. I can Facebook message you, right? Connie said it's an hour to a yarn store. Margarita lives in Arlington, Texas, in the middle of Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh. No problem, Crystal. You got it. You got it. I promise. Carrie said the guy I know in our IT department who told me that, yes, they know when I'm on YouTube, but they don't care. I mean, why would they really care? Like, John listens to YouTube videos all the time while he's at work. Okay, yes, Lori, I promise I'll just send you a link. I just downloaded the app. So I don't really know yet, but I will tell you as soon as I know something. Oh, but I gotta go, you guys. Okay, so I stayed extra. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna give away those 2 sock blanks. And that'll be it for me for Advent and / Vlogmas. But I hope you guys have a very wonderful Thursday. I've got to get to the post office is the reason why I'm going to have to like run. Brian said closest local yarn store is 45 minutes to an hour away. That's true. There just aren't enough. So, okay. You guys have a great day. Thank you for sitting with me while I spin for a while. I'm so glad to get back to my wheel. You just have to comment on a video, Brian. Brian's asking from, I don't know if it was Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today. But the chat can't count because I can't make it pull the chat comments. It's got to be a comment. So just leave a couple comments on those videos. And then you're eligible to win. I'll see you guys tomorrow.